I know I'm a little bit late. The game starts in like 15 minutes, but you know what? It never starts on time. It never starts on time. So because of that, I feel comfortable doing this pregame live stream before the game. That's just what it boils down to. If you don't like it, oh well. I don't know who's going to show up because I forgot to even announce that this was happening on my pre-recorded video today. But nonetheless, here we are talking about the Bulls versus Hornets. Bulls fans, it's you know what's crazy, right? I know during the pregame we don't have a lot to talk about because I usually do a pre-show of the game on my pre-recorded video or whatever. But the fact that the Bulls have not made any moves has really been driving a lot of Bulls fans crazy. Like I said before, I'm literally in like a bunch of Bulls Reddits and groups and stuff like that. And Bulls fans are literally losing their mind. And then when that article came out that, you know, it's doubtful that Kobe's traded, people were losing their minds, man. Losing their everlasting minds because the Bulls may not be making a deal. You guys already know how I feel about it. I didn't expect the Bulls to make a deal during this trade deadline anyway. I fully expected it to be more for a buyout than a big trade. But, you know, but I would not be surprised if AK and Eversley maybe pull something out crazy. Let's go ahead and go to the comments. You guys coming in. Sup, Haize, can't trade by yourself. Oh, well, I don't think that that's the issue. If the Bulls wanted to make a trade, there's definitely trades out there to be made, especially when you look at like some of the other trades, even some of the rumored trades that may happen tomorrow. There's definitely trades to be done. The Bulls just, they like their pieces. What's going on, Jeremy? Jeremy? If I pronounce that wrong, I'm sorry, my brother, but thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. They too quiet. Listen, but that's one thing about this front office is that them being too quiet right now it doesn't mean that they're not going to make something. It may mean that they're working quietly behind the scenes on something big. So we'll see. We'll see. Sup, dude? Let's see how this game goes. Hey, man, listen. If you notice, I don't even know. I really don't know how this game goes. The game can go one of like three different ways, right? The Bulls lay another egg. They don't have enough defensively. The bench sucks. DeMar and Levine score another 30. Vooch has a bad game. Everybody could have a good game, right? Our starting lineup alone can score a bunch of points. It's so many different ways that this game can go. That's why on my pre-recorded video, I really just focused on the defensive effort because I think that's what's going to really separate some things in a game like this. Sup, Haize? Let's go Bulls. What's going on? 6266 Jamal. What up, Haize? How you doing today? Did you hear about apparently the Bulls were calling up Pacers? Listen, all that's when stuff happens after that, I don't necessarily believe it. Even if they did call, maybe it was a call to see if the Pacers were like just willing to because you know sometimes when teams are ready to go into a rebuild, they just give up players, but they weren't going to compete with offer that included Halliburton. They just weren't. So all I have to say is Nikola Vucevic tonight. Vucevic tonight. What? Come on, man. They don't have a good backup center, and the backup center is about 6'7". That's not always the determining factor, even with Vooch. Julia, what's going on, Julia? Yes, I'm having a live stream today. So just FYI, guys, probably no halftime hangout. If I do a halftime hangout, it's not going to be as long. I probably won't have to do all of halftime. Wednesdays are my super busy days with my other podcast. The Hip Hop Podcast streams live Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it depends on when halftime falls. I will do a post-game live show, though. So that will be happening. It just may be a little bit later. Usually my post-games are right after the game. It probably won't start till about 10:30. Regardless of when the game ends, I won't go live with the post game until 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. If you're Central, that's 9:30. But I will get you guys a post game show tonight. So that will be happening. What's going on, Avery? It's right, bro. Parents are worried. It's just like me. My name is Cordero. The Spanish actual spelling of my name is supposed to be E. My mom just had to be different and change it up and put an A in there. It's like, why, Mom? Why? In AK we trust. Yes, absolutely. Dad's in the building. Now going to capitalize on the buyout market. That's exactly what I expect too. Especially Tristan Thompson. It's been reported that Tristan Thompson does not want to play for the Pacers. So with that being said, they expect him to be bought out. Tristan Thompson isn't my number one target at all, but I will say this: I'd rather have Tristan Thompson as my backup center than Tony Bradley. Doesn't mean the Bulls still can't go after another 4, maybe cut McKinney to do that or whatever else. But I would not mind a veteran in Tristan Thompson. Matter of fact, if it ends up being Paul Millsap and Tristan Thompson come here, that's a solid buyout. Two candidates for me if we bring them both in. Tony Bradley won't have to play then. Cook, as much as I still do like Cook, maybe you can use him sporadically, but that gives you two veterans to bring off the bench so you can kind of trust their production, trust their ability to pick up the scheme, play solid defense. I would love to bring in both of those players. We'll see what happens. One of them, if not both, definitely for sure too. Avery Moore, go Bulls, absolutely. Trends in the building. What's going on, my brother? Let's go Haize and Bulls. Absolutely. Let's go Bulls. This is Inside the Chicago Bulls. Chicago is talking to the Golden State Warriors about Stephen Curry. That sounds like Inside the Chicago Bulls video. 5 Bulls in double figures plus 50. Listen, if all 5 Bulls starters get in double figures and we get a surprising contribution from somebody off the bench, and the bench has been letting us down defensively big time, even when our starters play good defense. If they can do those things, the Bulls can win this. This is a winnable game for the Bulls, but things have to go almost perfect in some areas for the Bulls for this to be a winnable game. And you got to hope that LaMelo Ball doesn't go off on you and get crazy hot, because if that happens, I don't know if we have the defense to be able to stop them. If the Bulls don't address the backup big or power forward position, we'll be bounced out in the first round. No, I don't agree with that at all. Keep in mind, the Bulls, when everyone was healthy, even without Patrick Williams, were top 10 defensively and offensively. I've looked it up. There's not been a team that has ranked that high that has gone out in the first round in both categories. So if they get everybody back and they can get back up to that play style, adding in Patrick Williams as well, no, the Bulls are not a first round exit at all. I got to disagree with you there, Tay. Again, not to say my opinion holds any more weight than yours. I'm just here to share mine, but I don't agree with that, brother. I understand why you came up with that. I don't agree with it. Hey, bro, I left you a voicemail. Did you know since returning from listen, so tomorrow I'll be playing those voicemails. I didn't get a chance to do them today, so I'm not gonna talk about that right now, only because I'm gonna talk about it in the video tomorrow, bro. Only because I'm gonna talk about it in the video tomorrow. What's up, Chicago Bulls Central family, formerly known as Matthew Green, sending love and positive vibes for tonight's game. Go Bulls. That is what we need. That's what we need for sure. Oh no, you're crazy. Tay, it's funny because Tay, this is why we're family here at Chicago Bulls Central, because and this isn't no negative. I don't mean anything negative about this, but me and Tay either completely agree or we're on opposite ends of the spectrum every single time. It's either a complete in alignment or I just don't agree with Tay. But no, Tristan Thompson is way more dependable than Tony Bradley. I would rather give Tony Bradley minutes over Tristan Thompson any day, and I think that alone would make things better. I'm not saying it'll make it perfect for the Bulls, but that would make a lot of things better. Let's get Richaun Holmes and Thompson. Listen, I don't know if Richaun Holmes is going to be a possibility. I just don't know. I could be wrong. Now, it does look like the Kings aren't going to be able to hold on to him, but they may wait to do something with him in the draft, so I don't know if that's going to happen. What's the name of your hip-hop podcast? It's called The Breaks Radio. So, and Breaks, listen, I love my acronyms, right? So peep this. Breaks stands for Be Real, Excel as King Should. The Breaks Radio. Nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and move on. Is Dwight Howard getting bought out realistic? Listen, anything's possible, especially for the Lakers. The Lakers may make some moves that completely surprise people, not in the sense of it making them more of a competitor, but trying to maybe free up some of that salary that they've attached themselves to. So for sure, that we'll see. HV, Richaun Holmes is such an amazing move, but especially if they can do it with, like, I don't know where Rashawn's contract is exactly, but if they can use like the end of the bench contracts, everything's kind of centered around Troy Brown Jr.'s contract, because that's the biggest kind of salary that we have that isn't really giving us much. That would be amazing, but I just don't know if it happens. Tay, I respect that. Haize, love you, channel. Oh, bro, that's why I said it's all love, man. It's really all. I love that everybody shares their opinions here. I don't ever think, as much as I don't agree with some people's opinions, and I know sometimes people don't agree with mine, I appreciate it because it offers a different perspective. So I hope Kobe has a solid game today. Kobe, the thing with Kobe in the starting lineup, right, is that I think at that point you have to run the offense more through DeMar and Vooch. You can't trust Kobe to do the same playmaking level of playmaking that Io does. So does that make us more dangerous? If they move without the ball, it could, especially if you post Vooch up a lot, and then you have So Vooch in the post, DeMar, of course, doing his thing in the mid range, and then everybody else kind of operating out on the perimeter, and Javonte just doing Javonte things where Javonte's everywhere. Could be dangerous, but the ball movement has to be there. Definitely have to be there. Let's get this dub. Absolutely, JJ Ortiz. Me, JJ Ortiz, and Scocks on Twitter today were having a hilarious time. Hilarious time trolling like Heat fans, and it's a fun time. Shay, I had an argument with Windy City Breeze. I said all we need is a 3-and-D because we scored 100 points and we don't need any more scoring. And they said, what team plays defense now? Okay, that's going to be, so you do have, and I don't agree with Windy City Breeze on that, right? It is, defense is still defense wins championships. When you look at most of the teams that have won the championship in the last few years, they had defense, and the Bulls don't. And I understand why people have that mindset of throw more offense. But this Bulls team doesn't need more offense, especially when everybody's healthy. So I'm more so agree with you there. Mar Exelo. I hate murdering people's names because I hate when my name's murdered. Go Bulls. What's up, Haize? Salute. What's going on, brother? Thank you for joining us. I know this was a quick surprise live stream. The game is supposed to start in 30 minutes, which it never starts on time. But hey, Dwight Howard got bad back problems. Not sure I want him. Listen, you're not going to get anybody perfect. Everybody the Bulls are going to, more than likely to bring in is going to have some issues, whether they're older, right, and they don't necessarily have the same production as what they've had. They have some minor injury issues. Yes, Dwight has back issues. But if nobody else is bought out and the Bulls bring in Dwight, look at Dwight even now. Dwight's offensive rebounding rate is pretty solid. And what the Bulls lack is a lot of offensive rebounding. We know Dwight can be a deterrent. He's not the shot blocker he once was, but he is a deterrent. Those are different things. Even if you have to, at sometimes not play him on back-to-backs, things like that, if nothing else happens or nothing else is available for the Bulls, I'm not necessarily turning my nose up at Dwight Howard. He's not in my top 5 potential buyout candidates that I want to see on this team, but I'm not going to shake my head at it if he's all that's available. Random, but LaMelo going to be in a Bulls jersey in his prime if Lonzo pans out. So at least I know that's a lot of talk, especially with Ball family fans. I don't ever see that because at the end of the day, you're not going to run Zach, LaMelo, and Lonzo. So if LaMelo's here, if Lonzo is here for outside of just this contract, LaMelo and Zach signs an extension here, that's not going to happen. It's just not realistic. And I know LeVar Ball talks about all his sons playing together in XYZ. I just don't see that as a realistic thing. I just don't. Let's see. Haize, if we're fully healthy and we get some bigs from the buyout, do you think we can? I think we can make the Eastern Conference Finals even without it. That's the thing. I'm not somebody who I know when the Bulls are bad and they have some issues they definitely need to fix before the playoffs. I've always been calling that out. But I still think the Bulls fully healthy, adding in a Patrick Williams that they haven't had since four and a half really games of the season. No, I still think the Bulls have a chance to make the Eastern Conference Finals, especially because no team around them has made moves that I think have made the team significant. Now, if the Harden to the Sixers trade goes down, that changes everything. Everything. But other than that, no, I still think the Bulls have a chance. Do you think we can package together a trade for Embiid, Durant, and Booker by tomorrow? Probably. Probably. Maddie, Ace, thank you for the super chat, brother. Hippo character runs at high speeds, his legs forming a ball-like blur. What? You just wanted me to read some craziness, huh? Bro, my YouTube timeline has been full of Chicago Bulls bullshit lies in terms of trades. Listen, I honestly, and I'm sorry, I don't know if Locked on Bulls have posted it. I don't know if Windy City Breeze has posted today. I don't know because I have not been on YouTube at all because I already know I'm going to get frustrated by the clickbait titles. On top of that, I'm not really on Twitter either. The only reason I have, and that's why I've only interacted with people who've mentioned me. That's why Scocks got me and him talked, and me and JJ Ortiz because they'll tag me and stuff. But I don't even. I'm staying off of it right now. I have my alert set up to where if something does happen, if a trade does happen, I'll get it. But I'm staying off everything right now because I just get tired of the craziness, man. Let's see. Trim Baker. Oh, I agree. People forget how good we were when fully healthy. Top 10 in offense and defense. Top 10 in offense and defense. In a minute, we're going to have to get some guys from the alley to play. Benny the Bull is going to have to suit up at some point. He's definitely going to have to suit up. Can you believe that Minnesota Timberwolves are looking to move on from Naz Reid? It's not surprising. Listen, as much as we talk about the Sacramento Kings being a bullcrap organization and everything like that, some of that applies also to the Timberwolves. Absolutely. Listen, the Timberwolves are good at drafting, pretty good, right? But they are inept about putting together an actual team that can compete. They're just inept. They're inept. I'm willing to say this right now. Towns is going to be gone. I'm not saying the next offseason or something. The Minnesota Timberwolves will not win an NBA title in the next 8 years at all. They won't even sniff it. The Nets don't seem like they're trading Harden, but yet it seems like they will at the same. It's so weird, right? It's one of those things where it's like, because they came out and said that they want to keep Harden. Then you hear, no, they're open to Harden. Then you hear like KD said that he wants Harden to be locked in and stuff like that. All of that, I just don't know how to read it, man. I would not be surprised at all if we wake up, especially like he's now all of a sudden he's out for the game tomorrow too. I would not be surprised if we wake up in the morning and James Harden has been traded to the Philadelphia 76ers. Then you hear like if LeBron signs off on it, they'll trade Russell Westbrook for John Wall. I don't really know if that gets them any closer either, but like there's going to be at least one deal that completely shocks everyone tomorrow. Everyone, and that's why I'm doing the live stream tomorrow, and I'm getting a new tattoo tomorrow, so it's going to be a very interesting day. I'm getting like this big chest piece, so I'm going to be in pain tomorrow while I'm live streaming during the trade deadline, but you know, it is what it is. Bro, we really need to keep an eye open and video on how unhealthy the Bulls have been, please, Haize. Maybe. Game about to come on. Let me know when tip-off is about to happen, because a lot of times the game starts coming on and they're talking and it's like another 10 minutes before tip-off actually happens. Let me know when tip-off happens. Guys, just want to give a fair warning. Don't be surprised if the Bulls lose this one. 50-50 shot, go Bulls, one game at a time. Oh, yeah. Yeah, listen, I don't think anybody's going to be surprised if they do. I would not be surprised right now if LaMelo Ball gets a 40-piece tonight. Would not be surprised at all. Nets want a lot for Harden, and the Sixers are hesitant. Yeah, it makes sense, especially if they think that they can make a trade to get off Tobias' salary to where they can just sign Harden outright. I don't know like what their cap situation looks like, if they can get under the cap to sign somebody like Harden, or if they still would have to work out a sign and trade. But you got to think about it this way. They'll have all the leverage in a couple of months. If Harden just is a free agent and just wants to go, if they want to work out a sign and trade, they then have the leverage, because then Harden can say, all right, forget it. I'm not going to go to the Sixers. I'll go to a different team. I just don't want to be on the Nets. The Nets then will be incentivized to take whatever the Sixers offer so that they can get something back for him. So I think like, it's so if it doesn't happen right now, that doesn't mean it's not going to happen in the offseason. Do we have literally zero defense? We only have Javante now, Derrick Jones Jr., Lonzo, Patrick Caruso, Williams, and IR are best defenders and are all out. But keep in mind, it's not just about it's about team defense. The Bulls still have more than enough, especially with their length and everything, to play solid defense. They just have to show effort, right? I'm not talking about any type of lockdown defense. I'm not even talking about getting in transition like they were before. I'm strictly talking about the Bulls have the players that should be able to stay active to play solid defense, and they should do that regardless if anybody's out. I'm starting to think this is a damn conspiracy. Everybody hurt, as if they said players will be injured for tampering. Wow. I had never thought about it that way. And it's funny that it's all 6 to 8 weeks too, right? Caruso and Lonzo are leaders on team D. Oh yeah, no. They're definitely contribute to team defense, but team defense is just that. It's team defense. It's off the scheme. So no, I'm not going to lie everything. Yes, they make us better. I'm not at all saying we should be the defenders that we are when they're here versus when they're not. But the effort still needs to be there, and they have more than enough. We can't panic, Haize. We're going to get healthy again, and And when we do, we're going to be tough to beat, especially if you get Patrick. Oh, yeah, for sure. The thing that I've been saying and everything that I've been having Bulls conversations on, whether it be Twitter, whether it be this podcast, whether it be Facebook groups, is that the health is the key thing here. There is not one trade that the Bulls can make, one singular trade, or even a series of moves that fix everything considering the injuries that we have. The key thing is getting everybody injured. Everybody worried about seeding. I don't care about none of that. I care about everybody coming back healthy as possible and getting back in rhythm, because if that happens, I trust our ability to beat anybody, regardless of where we're seated. Bro, I don't remember the last time the Bulls have missed so many players in a year. It's been a minute, man. It's been a long time. Yo, Haize, why you look young, bro? Black don't crack. Simple. Black don't crack. I'm 35 years old. I feel like I look it, but yeah, black don't crack. Oh, I'm glad that I can listen to Stacey and Adam tonight. Yes, thank God. Thank God. You just have to survive and keep winning the best you can until it happens. That's what the Bulls. Everybody's so freaked out about seeding. We've fallen from 1 to 3. It's supposed, like, this team right now, this is the team that we had even when Io was in. If this was the team that came into the season and they told you that you were 3 seed, most people would take that, right? And Bulls fans forget that. They get so caught up in everything else. But even if we do drop to 4, even if we do drop to 5, listen, if we drop to 4 or 5, I feel sorry for the team that we face in the first round, because they're going to be facing a team that possibly Lonzo, Caruso, Patrick Williams have fresh legs. They may still be knocking off some rust, but fresh legs, listen, I don't even care about the seeding at that point. I don't care. We'll be okay. We get healthy and maybe backup defensive buyout center. We'll be okay. We'll be okay even if we don't get the buyout center. We'll be great if we do. If we do. That's my opinion on that. What else you guys got for me? We got a couple more minutes to tip off. Somebody said tip off is actually at 7:45. So it was King Austin who said that. 7:45 EST. I thought it was 7:30. Seeding don't matter. It's playoffs. We may have a tougher matchup early, but we will be healthy. And when we are healthy, we are number 1 easily. Thank you, Run With Us. I agree with you fully, my brother. JDH, Haize, we don't have the personnel, talent, or basketball IQ at the moment to execute defensive schemes at a high level. Effort goes so far. Listen, effort, most of defense is effort. And that's why I said nobody's saying we should be lockdown defenders, right? But if the Bulls can play competently, and no, they have that. Don't get me wrong. They have the personnel to be able to play competently defensively, and our offense is on point. We have more than enough to win a game like this. But we have to have execution on both sides of the ball. I'm from the Bronx. Nice background. Are you doing the play? No, Christy, I don't do play-by-play. I don't do play-by-play. That's just not, I don't think that's a talent, a set of skills that I have to do play-by-play. Also, I'm a very problematic Bulls viewer. By that, I mean, when the Bulls piss me off, it's nothing but a tirade of curse words and me screaming at the TV. And that's just not entertaining for people. Well, some people may be entertained by that, but that's not the entertainment I want to bring to this channel. So no, I don't do play-by-plays. When I did that first half of Windy City Breeze, people even said it in the comments, I was on my best behavior because I don't want, it was me coming in to compliment them. I never wanted to seem like I'm doing the most or being the biggest personality when I'm on somebody else's channel. So, but it was difficult. It was difficult. There, if you go back and watch that stream of Windy City Breeze, there are absolutely times where you can see I was ready to throw something, but I didn't. I held my composure. We're not going to get caught on that illegal stuff. They are recapping the Ball brothers' first meeting. Well, good. Torian C Red Nation, absolutely, bro. Yeah, defensively in the playoffs will give teams some fits with all the fresh legs coming back. Hey, it could be crazy. It could be crazy. Much love, Bulls fans, taping game, but can't nobody run with the Bulls. Love your channel. Thank you for the time. Thank you, Sleepy Maldonado. I appreciate you, brother. You already know you hear a lot. I appreciate you, man. Ricky Fontaine, I told everybody you were on your best behavior. I had to be, man. I had, like, oh my God. And it was so stressful because there was literally one time where Zach threw the ball away. And I remember this keenly. I wasn't looking at myself on the stream, but I felt like you can see the curse words building up in my mouth. And then I looked off I came back and I was like, I'm good. I'm good. Christy, you are articulate and have charisma. You should. I appreciate that. If my parents didn't teach us nothing else, it was to be able to verbalize ourselves very well. I still slip into cursing tire age when I'm not as articulate, but I appreciate that. And my charisma, I'll say this: it's really just all from the love of this team. That's really all it boils down to. There are times where you guys would not imagine how tired I am, but it all comes through because I just love this team. Run with us. Ready for ESPN to start sucking LaMelo's balls. I have no comment to that. And no Stacey King and Adam Amin more trash. No, wait, why no Stacey King? Oh, man. Oh, because it's on ESPN? Damn. Yeah, if we did a live stream, it would be either real good or really... Oh, man, listen. No, because then they will be saying, like, because literally, this is the type of things that I do. The Bulls can be up by 12 points, right? 12 points with 2 minutes left. If they have a terrible possession, I'm literally screaming at them like we're down by 5 points. It's problematic. I admit it. It is super problematic, but this is where we are. Listen, blame my dad for making me a Bulls fan. We can all rage together if the Bulls are having a back. Listen, so the Bears channel, which is coming soon. I know I keep saying that. Pray for me. Because if I'm crazy when it comes to Bulls games, because I've been so disappointed by Bears for the majority of my life. Like, it was the last time they won the Super Bowl, I think, was the year I was born. No, man. No, I really hope that I don't turn people. And there was somebody in the comments today because I cursed that was just like, oh my God, it's so unprofessional language. Listen, I don't know if the Bears channel is going to do better or worse than this one because, man. No roasting, bro. You got to keep the roasting going, bro. Who do I roast? I only roast when it's needed, man. You can never trust a lead with the Chicago Bulls. So many. Oh my God, man. Listen, it's even worse when that happens, especially like the third quarters that we give up or when we're up by 20 and somehow we wind up down by 2. Oh my God. Same Haize, been doing it all my life. Can't stop. My brother says I have a problem. We always say, they can't hear you, right? Oh, and my 8-year-old son is that's how you know things are learned, right? Or genetic. I don't know which one it is. He doesn't curse, of course, because he knows. But when the Bulls miss a 3-point shot, he literally puts his face in the pillow on the couch sometimes and just screams in it because of how frustrated he is. It's crazy. Julius says Stacey and Adam are on, in Chicago, and it's on ESPN. All right. Well, the Bears channel going to need a bleep button. It's going to need something, man. It's definitely going to need something. Y'all see only 1/10 of Haize roasting abilities. That man ain't right. Oh, so for those that don't know, Ricky Fontaine knows me outside of just the YouTube channel now. And yeah, it's bad. Like literally, that's all I do. Like that's all I do is roast all day long. If you guys knew the family that I grew up in, like my mom is the slickest talker in the world, and like she'll crack a joke and she does it so effortlessly, and then goes back to regular conversation. That's where I got it from. And the thing is, my mom be serious, but she says it in a way that it's like, wait a second, huh? Recent Bears fans don't know Payne. Payne is Devin Hester scoring a touchdown on the first kick return, then loot. That's Super Bowl. Okay, let's just go ahead. Let's not relive my trauma. Don't worry about cussing. This is YouTube. You're in your own home. Games on. All right, yeah, I know it's supposed to be starting, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream, and I will not halftime today, but I'll definitely see you guys at halftime maybe, depending on when halftime kicks in. I gotta record my other podcast at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so the game's starting now. We may be able to get in a halftime hangout for a few minutes there, but otherwise, I will be live in the post game at 10:30 p.m. regardless of when the game finishes. 10:30 p.m. is the earliest that I can start it based off when I have to record this other show, but I will be here for you guys in the post-game show, 10:30, 10:45. I'll post it and change the time when this, so you guys know, but I will have a post-game for you guys tonight. I promise you. But that's it for me for today. Tongue-tied. See, I'm not that articulate. That's it for me for tonight, for right now. Make sure you follow the podcast at Bull Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullcentralpod@gmail.com. And that's it. Like I like to end everything on. Go Bulls. Love you guys.